Hi, my name is Carla Campos, and I am the founder of Florida Social Fund. Today, we are with the wonderful Michelle Talbert. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm awesome, Carla. How are you?
I'm hanging in here in this heat. How about you?
Yeah,
I know
right.
you're in
Say
Florida.
exactly, but I'm indoors.
Good. So you must be good. You must be
I
good.
am. I am. Thank you.
So everyone's excited that you're here, and they want to know more about you. So can you tell everyone who you are and what you do?
Sure. I'm Michelle Talbert. I'm originally from New York. I've been here in sunny Florida, South Florida, for about 8 weeks now. I'm really excited because this was the transition I wanted to make. This is definitely where my heart sings. Like I said, I grew up in New York and in the city, and I went to high school, graduated at 17, met my to-be husband, who would then be my to-be ex-husband. We got married when I was 18, had my son when I was 19, my daughter when I was 20, and by my 22nd birthday, I was a single mom with two kids under 3. And I knew that I wanted to go to college, I wanted to go to school, so I went to community college at night, and then went to Cornell during the day, and then ended up going to law school. And after law school, I realized, oh my God, I hate practicing law. So these last 16 years, what was the point? Took my kids, went through that whole process and realized this wasn't it. But I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I just, practiced law as long as I could. And then started doing things like real estate, and then, moved to DC and was in the tech industry, and just really sort of finding out where my niche was. And all these women started coming to me and saying, how do you do this? How do you end up at that conference? How did you meet Mark Cuban? How did you go to Damon John's event? And I realized that there was a dearth of information. And so Her Power Hustle, which is my podcast and community, helps women entrepreneurs fulfill their goals and dreams of being women entrepreneurs and successful and getting seen and heard and getting clients. So that's sort of how that all came about. I recorded my first podcast in 2009, and it was called Dust Off Your Dream because I had gone to school later in life. And now I have the podcast Her Power Hustle, and just really talking to folks and getting great information to help entrepreneurs soar.
Wow, amazing. That's my story is kind of similar, so I can understand where you're coming. You start in one field, but then you realize that you kind of don't want to be there, or it's not for you, and then you just go on this journey. And I agree, there's like this lack of information, and that's why we're so happy to have you for Florida Social Con, and we can share this knowledge with all of our attendees when they come. So can
I'm
you,
so excited.
yeah, can you tell us what you're going to be talking about at SocialCon and what women entrepreneurs or anyone there can learn from you?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, it's a joint session with Demi Newell, and it's called How to Start and Grow Your Podcast with Social Media. And we are going to be talking. Demi is a producer of podcasts, and I've been a host of podcasts for a number of years. And so we're going to talk about how you can start a podcast if you don't already have one, and how you can grow a podcast if you do have one. And that's both by getting great guests, if you have an interview format, and also growing your audience and listenership and using social media, right? It's social media con, so we got to do that. Using social media and connecting with folks and really adding value and achieving your dreams and goals through your podcast medium. So we're super excited about this.
Yes, we are too. We're like 2 more weeks and we're almost there.
I know. I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
Can you tell everyone watching how podcasting has helped you grow your business? Like why they should even start a podcast really quick?
Oh, absolutely. Audio is where it's at, right? Like, I'm all over Periscope right now. Like everybody has audio going at all times, and we're multitasking when we're on lines. And being in someone's ear is really personal. I have blogger friends, and I have a blog, and written words are great. But when you can be in someone's ear and share your story, and there are podcasts from anything from hobby podcasts to business podcasts and everything in between. It is a great way to expand your audience to folks who may not not be reading blogs, to folks who are on the go and can consume you while they're commuting back and forth to work. It's just a really great way to reach people who you may not reach otherwise. So it's absolutely been a benefit to my business for sure, because like I said, audio definitely is something that everyone's using. Everybody has their earbuds in their ear at all times, and so to be listening to podcasts and really downloading great information, it's really helpful to your brand. Yeah.
Are there any podcasting hashtags that you think people should definitely be following?
Well, in terms of podcasting hashtags, not necessarily, but I do know that there are great hashtags that are specific to topics. Like for me, I love following the Mentor Monday hashtag, which is Paul Brunson's Spreecast, which he interviews different business folks every few Mondays. And it's a great hashtag to get really cool information. That's a video format, but if you follow the hashtags, people are live tweeting and then sharing really great information on the hashtags, and you can aggregate it there. Another one that I'm obsessed with, as I mentioned, I'm an audio girl. I'm obsessed with Periscope right now, and there is a ever-growing group of women scopers, and so the hashtag Peri Girls, P-E-R-I girls, is really blowing up, and really we're supporting one another and helping our businesses, right, go to the next level as well by supporting one another, sharing our scope. So those are two hashtags I love. And if I'm honest, whenever Black Twitter goes crazy and does something really funny and creates a hashtag like Urban Outfitters Be Like, or, something like that, I have to admit, I have to consume those just for the laughs.
Yeah, you always need to laugh. That's like the medicine of the soul.
Exactly. Music and laughter. I'm totally with you, Carla.
So we've heard about you and your business and a little bit about your private life. What should people out there know about Michelle that other people don't know? Like what is something that people don't know about you?
What folks don't know is that I used to be a sign language interpreter. And one of my most interesting gigs was for a community college extension class for a gentleman who was deaf, who was learning how to mold clay. So I literally interpreted the whole semester's worth of information on how to mold the clay. And they kept trying to get me to use my hands to do the clay myself. And I kept saying, no, I need my hands to interpret it. But that was a really fun gig. That was a lot of fun. I learned how to throw a pot without ever touching the wheel.
Wow, that is impressive. Michelle, you've been through all kinds of businesses and niche type things.
Exactly.
So you're very serious. So what's it called? I'm freezing up here. Hold on. So you've talked to us a little bit about your customers and who you serve. Do you have any programs specifically for entrepreneurs that you have set out there? Or who are your customers and what are you providing for them out there?
Absolutely. Women entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, women who are just getting started. A lot of the women in my tribe are actually what we call side hustling, right? Working at full-time 9 to 5 and fitting their business all around it. Like Shonda Rhimes used to write, on in free moments, and J.K. Rowling wrote on the train. So a lot of my audience are women who are like that as well. We're juggling all these different facets of our lives and trying to create these businesses and get them off the ground. So that's a lot of the folks who are in my tribe. We have a Facebook group for Sister Power Hustlers. And also, yes, I am having a free workshop in the next 2 weeks to talk about her power platform, which is a lot like how Demi and I are going to be talking about using your podcast to build and grow an audience. This is using social media and interaction and networking to really build out and find your ideal client, and that's her power platform. So absolutely all about making sure that women can succeed, and I believe that happens through relationships. Just like you and I have built a relationship and are continuing to build a relationship and provide one another with opportunities because we met on social media. I'm just in love with social media. I really am. I think it's a game changer for all of our businesses.
Agreed. It's like a powerful
Yeah.
tool to connect women, people everywhere, and just to
Yeah.
get your business to grow, to meet people that you would probably have never met otherwise. So yeah, social media.
Absolutely.
And there's an airplane passing. Sorry, my house is like an
That's
airport.
why I'm not outside. There were a couple of planes that went by outside. I said, let me come back inside.
Inside, my air conditioner is broken, so I'm having one of those weeks.
Oh no, excuse me.
It's fine. So anyone who wants to connect with you and maybe check out your webinar, where can they find you and how can they find you on social media?
Her Her Power Hustle everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Her Power Hustle, the podcast as well. We're on iTunes and Stitcher. And if you just go to the website, herpowerhustle.com, you can find everything about Her Power Hustle and Her Power platform there. Yeah.
Awesome. And we're excited to have you, Michelle. Thank you so much for bringing your expertise and your whole life experience and sharing it with us at SocialCon.
I'm so excited to be there, Carla. I can't wait. This is just going to be so hot. I'm so excited.
Well, thank you, Michelle. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure.
You too. See everybody there. Can't wait to see you. Florida SocialCon. Yay! Bye.